And we welcome you inside Geneseo High School for some varsity girls basketball tonight. United Township Panthers are here at Geneseo High School to take on the Geneseo Maple Leafs. We welcome you to this Channel TV 50 production. I'm Kason Frericks. Alongside me is Coach Bob Pettit, and Keith Kennett will be on camera. And Bob, here as tip is underway, what are some keys real quick for the Lady Leafs tonight?
Well, the Lady Leafs come in at 9-0 and shooting on all cylinders, and just threw the ball away though, unfortunately. And UT sitting at with only one win on the season. That was early on, and yet to win in the conference. So, you know, obviously it favors the Lady Leafs, but you got to play the game. Hopefully they prepared well. Exactly right.
And off of the turnover, it's now Lady Panthers ball, and then a turnover for the Panthers. And the other way, Cami Ludwig on the layup, and that's good to open the scoring here for the Maple Leafs.
Great ball movement on that break on the transition. Transition is a big part of the Lady Leafs game, and executed to the tee right there, stolen by your sister. You know her name?
That's Keely Frericks. And another thing, besides the transition that the Lady Leafs like to run, they like to push press the ball on out of bounds plays, and that's one of their main things, is to try and get pressure on the ball right away.
Create a lot of offense out of the defense, and you know, that's the way our whole system works out pretty well, and it's getting us a nice program here.
Exactly.
We rotate a lot of kids in and out. There'll be 10 to 13 kids in and out quite a bit today.
Turnover by the Panthers up ahead. That's Allie Rapps, and she's going to get the layup, and once again, a quick transition bucket. Inbound for the Panthers, and they're going to get a wide open layup down the lane. That was Jade Hunter for the Panthers, right down the middle of the floor.
That was broken coverage on that full court press defense. Nobody back. Rapps underneath her, getting she's going to get hacked. But yeah, that was you can't break that coverage on that full court, or you're going to give up a layup.
That Panthers foul is going to go on number 33, Janelle Bell, and that will send Rapps to the line for the Lady Leafs here. Rapps' first free throw is good. 5-2 now, Lady Leafs on top. Just over a minute into our game here. Rapps misses her second, almost an offensive board by Ludwig, but corralled by the Panthers, and the ball is going to go out of bounds, but it will stay Panthers ball.
Allie Rapps almost got another steal, but she did tip that ball out of bounds with the quick 5-2 score here. Lady Leafs putting the pressure on, and once again, Rapps with the steal.
And there is the steal by Allie Rapps, and she's going to get another layup. A quick 5-point start for her. And here's that full court pressure that the Lady Leafs like to do, and a 5-second call will turn the ball over, and we'll give the ball to the Leafs now.
UT coach Kerry Walker wasn't fond of that call, but it had to be at least 4.8 seconds if it wasn't 5.
That was right, and she's actually going to call a timeout here to talk things over with her team, with the Lady Leafs leading 7-2. With just under 6:30 to go in the first quarter here. And Bob, we've seen, we talked a little bit earlier how you talked about the transition, and we talked about the pressure the Lady Leafs get on the ball, and that's what we've seen to get them out to this early lead.
Really like to run the floor, and again, I've had the opportunity to coach these girls, and they love to run the floor. They just have a blast with it. You can't hardly wear them out in practice. Our sophomores today won 58-23, a 35-point win. And again, a lot of transition baskets, and it's kind of our system, and these girls have adapted to it, and they just love playing. They have a blast.
And that's what you need out of a good culture for a good team. And the ball will be out of bounds underneath the basket for the Lady Leafs now, up 7-2. As Frericks will look to inbound. That is one of the Brickmans. That is Maddie Brickman.
And it doesn't hurt when you can shoot.
That's right, and she can knock down those threes. Both of the Brickman twins can. And the Panthers will inbound the ball and break the press real quick onto the Lady Leafs half court, and we'll look to set up their offense a little bit here.
Abby Berkman did run that down though and stop the layup, make them set up their half court.
Panthers get it inside. That was Jasmine Bell who got the easy layup.
Ball was knocked away, and in defense of the defender. Whoa,
Cami Ludwig drives the baseline, gets to the middle mid-range jumper.
Lady Leafs not giving us time to talk here. They're just putting baskets in.
Transition for them. And there's another steal by Allie Rapps. That's almost like her third of the game already. Passes it off to Ludwig. She's going to take the mid-range from the corner. Shot no good. Rebound by Jade Hunter of the Panthers. Looking inside for the Panthers, trying to get the ball to Jasmine Bell, and a foul is going to be called.
She must have got a little bit of arm, but it looked like ball to me on that one. That was Allie Rapps, and kind of reached in a little, but it looked like she had ball.
She was just trying to get her fourth steal of the game already, and then overplayed just a little bit.
Panthers not used to this type of quickness.
An air ball right there by Jasmine Bell is going to rebound corralled by Cammie Ludwig, and here's that transition offense to Allie Rapps, and she's going to be fouled on the layup attempt. And another example of the Lady Leafs really pushing up the court real fast.
Score at 12-4 here. Not even 3 minutes into the game yet. Lady Leafs are getting a lot of transition baskets, and a 3-ball by Maddie Berkman didn't hurt either.
Allie Rapps here at the line now. She has 5 of the team's 12. Make that 6 of 13 now for her as the leading scorer of the Lady Leafs. Rapps' second free throw is good, pushing that Maple Leaf lead to 14-4 now, as the Panthers will easily break the press and look to set up their offense and get a little scoring burst here. That was Devani Morgan who takes the 3, misses, but an offensive board by Hunter for the Panthers will put her on the board.
Didn't box Hunter off the board. She's been getting some rebounds. Oh.
Rapps right down the lane, an easy layup for her. She's got 9 in the game so far. Sloppy play right now by the Panthers. Part of that's because of that Lady Leaf pressure. But they will break the press and look inside now. And there's a steal by Frericks. Lots of transition back and forth. Rapps down the lane again.
4 on 3.
She misses the layup.
But she tips it out. Ludwig. Oh, boom.
And she misses.
Can't go.
She misses the jump shot, and a very back and forth type of game so far. Both teams running the transition inside now to, that is Jasmine Bell for the Panthers, and the foul will be called on the floor.
Lady Leafs up by 10 here in the early going, halfway through the first period.
A couple of substitutions in for the Lady Leafs now. Danielle Beach and Faith Henderson are checking into the game.
Danielle Beach already contributed in that sophomore game as a freshman.
Shot is
getting a lot of playing time here with the varsity.
Shot no good by the Panthers. Cammie Ludwig pushing it up the floor. Danielle Beach out to Maddie Berickman. Her 3 is off, and it will be Panthers once again pushing it right up the court as well. Stop and jump shot no good by Jania Bell, and it's the other way. Frericks. It's going to slow it down just a little bit to Beach, to Ludwig in the corner. She drives, step back, 3, no good. And the ball is going to go out of bounds off of Maddie Berickman.
Danielle Beach passed up that shot, gave it to Cammie Ludwig, and Danielle's going to have to realize that is a shot she needs to take.
And she can obviously hit those outside shots. I'm sure you know she's able to step on beyond the 3-point line and knock those down. The sophomore can.
She actually had an uncontested shot and passed it to Cammie, and there was a hand in her eye. In her face.
And there is Danielle Beach, a pass from Cammie Ludwig. She misses the layup. Faith Henderson gets the offensive board, misses her shot, and the ball comes right back to Beach, to Maddie Berickman, and a foul. Now,
it was a scramble under there, but the Leafs kept coming up with the basketball. Finally, going to end up with the free throw line by Maddie Berickman.
16-6 is our score right now as Maddie Berickman steps to the line with just over 3 minutes here in the first quarter. She knocks down her first.
It was stalled on 16 for a couple minutes, though, so good to see another bucket go in.
We've obviously talked about the deep bench that Coach Scott Hardison has with these girls. He can rotate a bunch of people, and as we have 2 more subs coming in here, and that's a really good thing to have a lot of depth on your bench, especially if you're running a lot like they do.
It is. Annie Worth, the freshman, checks in. One of the substitutions, along with Abby Berickman coming back in, who started the game. But they're playing 8 right now already, this early in the first quarter, but they've got 5 more down there that can play quite well.
Panthers get it across half court on the pressure. Jania Bell is going to give it up to Devani Morgan, who's going to move around the top of the key a little bit and decides to set up their offense for the Panthers now as Morgan still on a illegal screen is actually going to be called, it looks like, or a charge, excuse me, on the play. That foul is going to go on the Panthers' Villapando. And it'll be a turnover for the Panthers.
I believe that was on the screen. Unless you saw a push off, I didn't see it.
I think it was actually on the screen. I saw one of the guys call charge, so I was a little confused at first, but I think it was an illegal screen. Beach, though, she'll take the mid-range, no good. Rebound, Frericks. A little bit of contact there, and...
Well, he missed the first one, but the second one he wasn't going to let it get by with. Basically, bullied her out of bounds. 18-6 here, 12-point lead. Beach did step up and take that shot, which is really good. Bounced off the iron, but you still got to take them.
Beach is going to pass it inside to Annie Worth, who's going to corral the ball and then kicks it out to Abby Brickman, whose shot is going to hit off the rim and go over top of the backboard. Cami Ludwig will check back in for the Lady Leafs. 18-6. Lady Leafs lead over the Panthers right now. A very fast-paced game so far. Lots of transitions by both teams. Has left me a little out of breath even. Subbing.
Yeah, Allie Mackey in for Keely Frericks, and Allie Mackey being the 9th player already used by Geneseo here, and only about 5.5 minutes into the game.
Panthers get it to the middle of the floor. That's Jasmine Bell. She's going to drive. Her layup no good. Rebound by Annie Worth, and
no, they're going to call a jump on that. That's hard. There was people all over her, had her shoulders and arms wrapped up like a Christmas present.
Lots of contact right there.
Yeah.
On the offensive board, or the defensive board, excuse me.
If they don't get that under control, they have going to have trouble with the controlling the game, because they just all reached in. There was probably some ball contact, but a lot of skin.
Ball movement here by the Lady Leafs. Now on offense, Mackey in the corner, inside to Annie Worth, and the foul is going to be called on Villapando.
That's going to be foul number 6 on UTHS. Leafs only with 2, and believe me, the officials know that. They're aware of that, and they don't want the foul count to get lopsided, so they're going to be a little bit careful with it.
Bad pass right there by Abby Barickman on the turnover. Panthers the other way now. Jump shot there by Daviana Morgan. Shots missed. Rebounded, though, by Adamu, who gets her rebound again. And there's a shot by Jasmine Bell. Three-pointer, no good. And the ball is loose on the floor. Faith Henderson will pick it up. Tries to get the ball to Cami Ludwig, but not a good pass by her.
Looks like the ball was kicked by UT, but they gave it to him anyway, didn't call the kick. A little bit rugged down there.
Panthers ball now as we're just over a minute left in our first quarter here. 18-6, Lady Leafs lead. A long three there by Morgan's no good. Ball was almost saved by Jade Hunter, but ball will go out of bounds and Lady Leafs will take over.
Love Jade Hunter's shoes though. She wasn't able to save that ball, but we've got to give her a pretty high grade on the shoes.
I like the purple.
Straight A's on the shoes. Got to be there.
Cami Ludwig will bring the ball up for the Lady Leafs now. Ball worked inside to Annie Worth, who kicks it out. Faith Henderson, who gives it back to Annie Worth, and then back outside to Abby Barickman, over to Cami Ludwig with a mid-range jumper shot, no good. Ball finds its way to Allie Mackey, and her shot is blocked and will go out of bounds and be Panther ball.
Yeah, there was no hand on that ball, and that ball only went 2 feet. But official wasn't in a good position to see that there was all arm on that one. 43 seconds here in this first period, and it's been mostly the Lady Leafs, a 12-point lead here.
Jasmine Bell will drive here, and she's going to get a quick layup to bridge the gap to 10 now. Maddie Barickman checked back in the game, kicks it over to her sister in the corner for 3, no good, and Allie Mackey with her second offensive board. And looks like the Lady Leafs are maybe going to hold for the last shot here as the first quarter's winding down. Inside to Cami Ludwig's shot is no good, but a foul.
I think you're thinking about that just because you know basketball, but they had no intention of waiting for the last shot. Cammie Ludwig got her eye on the basket. That's not a bad trait. We love to see them go into the basket.
Second foul there on the Panthers Villapando, and although it was a shooting foul, the Panthers are going to have 7 team fouls on the game so far, and so the Lady Leafs will be shooting 1-1.
We're going to see Lily Weiss coming into the ball game after that free throw is made. Lily Weiss checks into the game. That is the 10th player by the Leafs, so they're executing their depth. Getting it on the floor.
Cammie Ludwig makes both their free throws to give the Lady Leafs a 20-8 edge. 10 seconds to go in the game. Ball tipped by Allie Mackey. Ball is loose, and Lily Weiss is the one who corrals it, and a foul is going to be called.
How interesting is that? If that foul is going to be.
And that is going to be a 1-1 opportunity
it
now,
is.
because that is 18 fouls on the Panthers now in this first quarter.
Lily Weiss checks into the game, and within 10 seconds, she's on the line. Good for you.
Looking to push the Lady Leafs lead just a little bit right before the quarter's about to end. Lily Weiss at the line shooting. And once again, as you stated, Bob, 10 players into the game so far for the Lady Leafs in the first quarter alone.
Lily converts on the first one, ups the lead to 13, but Lily leads the student prayer session after the games out in the circle, and really proud of her for that.
I'd really like to see that after the games. It's really awesome to see, as a Panther last second shot is no good, and that will end the quarter for us. The Lady Leafs, a large lead here in after the first quarter. They lead 21-8 over the Panthers. We'll be right back in a little bit.
This TV50 broadcast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Jolene Barnes of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Communications, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Borac Pharmacy, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank, Pink's Paint and Body, Edwards Ready Mix. Please thank our sponsors for their support of this TV50 broadcast.
And we welcome you back here to Geneseo High School, or as my partner Bob Pettit calls it, Maple Leaf Arena. And we're here for some Western Big Six Girls Conference action, where the Geneseo Lady Leafs are leading the United Township Panthers 21-8 after the first quarter. And Bob, give us a little sense of what we saw that first quarter from.
Well, out of the Leafs, we're seeing everything we expected. They're running the floor. They're putting pressure defense on. They're playing a lot of people. They had 10 people playing that first period. It's when you got that kind of depth. Some of the games, the tighter games they've had this year, they've worn the opposition down with their depth, and they're certainly on a path to do that today.
Lady Leafs leading scorer at that first quarter was Allie Rapp. She had 9 points as a first quarter total, and the Panthers now will start out with the ball in this second quarter and looking to get a little bit of spark on the offense. They work the ball inside. Jade Hunter, she puts up the layup, no good. And rebound by Annie Worth now. A little bit of contact. She corrals the ball, and Keely Frericks will now push the ball up the court. Beach now on the wing to Cammie Ludwig in the corner. Ball is skipped across Maddie to Keely in the corner now.
Oh, give it to Annie. Didn't do it. Looking for her, though. Beach is open underneath. Got it to her. Oh, she's fouled, but no call.
And
got her own rebound, huh?
Exactly. Cammie Ludwig, though, from 3. Her shot in and out. No good, and another board by Danielle Beach. Frericks is going to kick it out to Maddie Berickman now. Her 3, no good, in and out also. And the ball will finally be rebounded by the Panthers. A couple of Bodies hitting the floor there. Those Panthers are running up the court, and a foul. Looks like that's going to be called on Annie Worth.
It's going to be a hectic-paced game, any game that the Lady Leafs play this year, because they do push the pace, and some teams are not used to playing on it. Sometimes it looks a little ragged. But, if they're willing to try to play at our pace, and we practice at that pace every day, so, it's going to be an advantage to us.
I noticed when I played, a lot of the times, if, we played a team that was a lot more faster paced than we were, it almost, it really confused us in a way, and it got us run our minds and everything going a lot quicker than we actually should have been going, and it kind of disrupted our whole offensive flow. Both free throws missed, though, there by Jasmine Bell of the Panthers, and it'll keep the Lady Leafs lead 21-8. Danielle Beach, she can hit that shot, and she does. It's going to be a two-pointer.
She had her toenail on the line, but it was right in range, and she got it in rhythm. Nailed it.
Under a minute here in the second quarter. There's a three for the Panthers, no good, and Danielle Beach on the rebound. A bad pass, though. Ball's knocked out of bounds, but we'll stay with the Lady Leafs.
Just a little bit more distance on that pass, and it'd been a touchdown. It'd been a breakaway layup.
Lady Leafs here working their offense a little bit. Danielle Beach, she's going to step into a three. Shot no good. Rebounded there by Jasmine Bell of the Panthers. And she likes to push up the court. There she is. Shot is no good. Ball on the ground and corralled by Maddie, who loses. The ball got ripped out of her hands by Jasmine Bell, and a layup for the Panthers.
To give Bell credit, that was pretty legit.
Ball up ahead to Cammie Ludwig from Frericks. Ludwig is going to get the bucket and the foul. And she's going to head to the line.
Sometimes it's easy to forget she's a sophomore. She plays with great maturity, physical skills of somebody much more mature. Very mature for her age.
Yeah, Cammie Ludwig with 8 points in this game so far, looking to get her 9th at the free throw line. As she will step up and misses that free throw, and that'll keep the Lady Leafs lead at 25-10. And we're right at 2 minutes here into the second quarter. Sub coming in now for the Panthers. Jania Bell comes into the game for Villapando. It will be Lady Leafs ball, though, out underneath the basket. Keely Frericks inside to Maddie Barickman. Shot is no good. Rebound by Annie Worth. Her shot is no good, though. And it's Panthers the other way.
25-10, the 15-point lead for the Lady Leafs. Oh, that's a nice little shuffle.
And there's the walk. If that was LeBron James, like the one I saw in the NBA a couple nights ago, it would have been an okay play.
Yeah, they get by with that. It's okay. No harm, no travel.
Lady Leafs now holding on to a 15-point advantage here in the second quarter as they look to set up their offense. Good pressure on the ball. Keely Frerick gets it to Cammie Ludwig. She's coming off the screen, kicks it over to Abby Barickman, who's going to knock down the three-pointer, and that's a beautiful looking play right there.
Nice ball movement, wide open shot, got to take it. She nailed it.
Panthers held to only 10 points today so far as they're looking for any sort of spark on their offense. Jania Bell, she's going to drive the lane, and the ball will be knocked out of bounds, but will stay with the Panthers.
Thought he was going to blow the whistle on a foul on that one, but he judged that it was all ball.
Panthers ball underneath the basket. Gets it in to Jasmine Bell. Panthers leading scorer so far with 6. She's going to knock it down inside. Ball comes back out, though, for a Panther 3, no good. And there's Hunter on the board. She's going to put up a layup, no good. Ball was in the hands of Abby, but gets ripped away by Daviana Morgan.
She wasn't able to get that ball chinned. Oh, stop.
And there it is, a throw ahead to Cammie Ludwig now, and her layup will push the Lady Leaf lead to 20 now with under 5 minutes.
Good presence by Maddie Barickman to get that pass out there, because she had people on all sides of her trying to get that ball out of her hands.
Julia Moore is going to drive and kick it out as the Panthers are still looking for a spark, and Jasmine Bell with the ball. Little crossover drive, kicks it out. That's Julia Moore for 3, no good, and rebounded by Frericks. And it looks like the Panthers are throwing up a ton of shots as a bad pass right there by Frericks cannot be corralled by Cammie Ludwig. And a turnover there going to be by the Panthers, and it will go to Lady Leafs ball.
Looked like Faith Henderson might have got a touch on that ball, but she just started walking the other way, so the official believed her. She didn't touch it.
Allie Mackey is going to check back in the game for Cammie Ludwig. That's a very fast-paced and game we've had today so far.
Get some good player rotations in here, keeping everybody fresh. It's a fast-paced. Leaf players very fresh.
Abby's pass is deflected, but she regains control of it. It's going to skip it to Allie Mackey, who gets the mid-range shot, no good. Offensive board by Keely Frericks, and she is going to be fouled as she falls to the floor.
She tried to go up, and her arms stayed down. She was going to just kind of get them ripped off of her. 20-point game here for the Leafs, 20 points up.
Frericks at the line now. And she will knock down her first one. She's going to get 2 shots, obviously, the rest of the quarter now for the Lady Leafs. 10 team fouls on the Panthers as Danielle Beach checks back into the game for the Lady Leafs.
Maddie Berrickman gets a breather. And you know what it's looked like today? They don't miss a beat.
They don't.
They substitute and they still go full bore. 32-10.
Good ball pressure right now by the Lady Leafs. As the Panthers look inside, Jasmine Bell, she's trying to work it around, gives it off to teammate Fix, who's going to miss that shot, and rebounded by Keely Frericks now. Lady Leafs still pushing in transition, up 22 points right now. Beach is going to give it off to Abby Brickman in the corner for 3, and that shot is good. That's her second three-pointer of the game.
All cylinders. They're firing them up. 3 minutes left to go here in the first half, and the Leafs are in charge.
Shot no good by Jade Hunter, and once again, Leafs in transition. Beach will stop, slow it down to Faith Henderson inside, who gets control of the ball. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Fix. And here come the Panthers the other way.
There was some contact on that shot, but obviously deemed incidental. Sometimes the incidental contact whistle gets swallowed when the score is 35-10.
And there's a three-pointer that falls by Jamia Bell. And that is the first Panthers three-pointer of the game so far. A much-needed bucket for them. Inside, though, look at that. Beautiful ball movement. Abby Brickman to Faith Henderson.
Kick out to kick back in, and Faith had a nice layup.
37-13, Lady Leafs lead. With 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter, ball is deflected out of bounds by a Leafs player, and it will stay with the Panthers.
Abby Berrickman, after a nice half of a quarter here, checks out along with Keely Frericks, and she's holding her back again.
Ball underneath for the Panthers here.
Danielle Beach get a breather.
Jasmine Bell will throw up the 3, no good. And it's rebounded by Lily Weiss. Up ahead now to Faith Henderson, who's gonna keep great ball movement by the Leafs inside to Worth. Shot no good. She's fighting for the rebound. And it's finally corralled by Jania Bell, who throws it right away to Annie Worth.
Annie Worth should just took that one to the basket. She missed her shot and decided she didn't want to take a chance again. And what's a battle underneath there? We're gonna get Lily Weiss on the free throw line again.
I'm not quite sure how Lily got that offensive board after her shot, but she somehow got it and was falling to the ground and got fouled.
You gotta love it, though. You gotta love it. And we're gonna get Brenna McGuire in the game.
Missed free throw shot by Lily Weiss. And Faith Henderson will check out of the game to get a little bit of a breather. 37-13 still with Lily Weiss at the line here. Her free throw is no good and rebounded by Jade Hunter.
The only player on the bench that hasn't got in is Jordan Porter, the sophomore, who just scored 16 points in the sophomore win. Had a great game.
Jania Bell's 3 is no good, but rebounded by the Panthers. Now Jasmine Bell, her sister, inside, and she's going to get the layup.
I'd say Jasmine Bell is quite an athlete.
She is a very good player and obviously one of the best players on this Panthers team. She has 8 in the game, 8 of her team's 15. Lily Weiss now looking. Cammie Ludwig over to Allie Mackey, who looked inside for a second. No did not throw it, and then Cami Ludwig puts up the 3. Shot was no good, rebounded though.
McGuire looked like she's going to put that thing back, but didn't get it done.
Ludwig's going to drive and is going to get fouled. Hit on the arm and going to go to the line for 2 shots.
Coach Hardison calls Brenna McGuire over there. Going to congratulate her on the rebound and tell her to keep shooting that ball is what he's going to do. You know he is.
Ludwig at the line here. Lady Leafs lead 37-15. We're under a minute here in the first half now. And she knocks down her first free throw to give her a team high 11 points so far. Ludwig here on her second shot is good. Extending that Maple Leaf lead just a little bit.
Clock ticking down, under a minute now. It's 54 seconds. And the Lady Leafs have had quite a half.
There's Jasmine Bell down the lane, and they find her, and she gets another bucket.
Nice player. Just she has to do too much on her own.
Exactly, yep. We'll see here with just over 30 seconds if the Lady Leafs want to hold for the last shot. I'm not sure if they will. Quick place team, Lily Weiss drives corner. Ball is going to be deflected out of bounds off a UT player. As Coach Hardison's calling out a play. A lot of younger players, not players who are necessarily, more of a bench role and come in a little bit, and there's a foul on UT's Daviana Morgan.
They're in a double bonus on fouls. UT, that, it stops at 10, so I don't know how many they got, but it's over 10 fouls here in the first half.
Allie Mackey's going to knock down her first free throw, 40-17 now.
40-point half is the nice offensive output.
Pretty good, yeah. 41 points now.
41's even better.
That's a team with a lot of transition points and easy buckets. We're under 30 seconds now here in the first half. A look inside, a bad pass though by Daviana Morgan, and here comes Annie Worth, who's gonna turn over the ball as well. As we got 10 seconds here to go in the first half. Panthers scrambling. Jasmine Bell's gonna drive, trying to give her team any sort of momentum. She loses the ball. 2 seconds, 1, up to Annie Worth. Can she get it off in time? And she's fouled.
Basket did not go, but she's gonna get to shoot free throws with nobody on the floor.
And she's gonna be shooting free throws here to end our first half with one that is...
The marching band refused to yield.
It's like that one time in college football where the marching band ran on the field and thought the play was over, but no, and Annie Worth misses her first free throw.
Annie's out there on the free throw line, and the band is going crazy.
UT is gonna head to their locker room.
We're glad to have them, though.
With one more shot, and there we go.
We're glad to have the band.
We love it. We love it. And that free throw will extend the Lady Leaf lead to 42-17 here after the first half. It's been all Lady Leafs. We'll be back here in just a little bit with the second half after our halftime. We'll see you then.
This TV50 broadcast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Jolene Barnes of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Communications, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Borac Pharmacy, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank, Pink's Paint and Body, Edwards Ready Mix. Please thank our sponsors for their support of this TV50 broadcast. This TV 50 broadcast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Jolene Barnes of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Communications, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Borac Pharmacy, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank, Pink's Paint and Body, Edwards Ready Mix. Please thank our sponsors for their support of this TV 50 broadcast.
And welcome back to the Geneseo Arena here. Maple Leaf Arena is Lady Leaf basketball. My name is Bob Pettit along with Kason Frericks, Keith Kennan on his camera. Again, the best in the business. They don't come any better. Lady Leafs here got a 42-17 lead at the halftime. Pretty much dominated the game. Get a quick steal right here. It was UT ball out of the box, and Geneseo with a quick steal. Frericks down low. Abby Berkman looks in the middle. Get to Ludwig. It's that easy.
Great play right there. You know, Cami Ludwig took her defender up, and then they came up too far, and she cut right down the middle of the floor, and they found her for an easy layup.
Nice look. Allie Raps with the steal again, just the way the original game started. Ludwig, misses the layup. She's kicking herself, but that's okay. Here come the Panthers of UT. No, nothing there. Frericks with the rebound, kicks it out in front to Ludwig again. She's going to take it all the way again. Won't go that time. Frericks in a tussle.
Ludwig's not going to be happy that she missed two of those layups now, I'm sure.
No, she doesn't get a lot of negative thoughts going in her head, I don't believe, but if it is, she's got to erase it quick. 44-17 is our score here. The Lady Leafs come out at half with a 15-point lead and add to it really quickly, but missed a couple layups. Frericks inbound under the basket. Gets it to Ludwig. Puts it up, no good, but she's hacked. She's checking to see if she's got blood, as a matter of fact.
Cami Ludwig, obviously, one of the better players on this team, and she played really well. First half, she had 12 first half points, and she's at the line now. She's done a great job today on scoring buckets for the Lady Leafs.
First free throw is good, bounces around, decides to go in. They talk about the physicality of the Western Big Six, and it's a fact. It's going to be more physical basketball here, and you just got to play through it. Second one good. Pair of free throws for Ludwig. Makes the score 46-17. The running clock rule is 30-point lead in the fourth period, so Lady Leafs with a 29-point lead right here. Berkman ahead to Raps, kicks it back to Berkman. And inside to Ludwig. And got people bodies all over the floor. Not sure what they're going to call here.
Allie Raps almost had a wide open layup there, but she almost, got a little too ahead of herself, ready to make the layup, and kind of lost the handle before she even had the ball in her hands.
We're gonna get a timeout here. No, we're very confused. No, we have a official pointing towards the UT bench. A player walked off the floor, apparently bleeding at the mouth, and so the official call is an official timeout, I believe. He didn't indicate anything else, which is a little bit rare. Leafs have not used a timeout yet. They still have 5. UT has 3.
Yeah, and one of the things I've noticed today is a very balanced scoring effort. You can see from the board, the people on the floor right now, Allie Raps 9 points, Keeley with 2, and Brickmans with 5 and 6 apiece, and then obviously Cami Ludwig leading it with 15 right now is what I see on the board, and a very balanced scoring attack. The Lady Leafs have brought in a bunch of players per usual. We've been up to, however many, 10, 11 people have been able to get into the game. And it's good experience for those who don't get to necessarily play as much, but it's good to see, you know, Scott Harrison be able to stay with his rotations and allow people just to fluctuate in and out of the game whenever anybody needs a breather.
It's highly unlikely that this will be a close game since it stands at 46-17, but if it were, UT would definitely be at a disadvantage because of the player rotations and the freshness of the players, the stamina. Inbounding under their basket, Frericks in. Ludwig in the lane, she goes up, doesn't miss that one. I think those other ones she missed are all forgotten now.
That's right, yeah.
Short memory. Picks up the ball, Frericks all over her. Oh, it's a nice little drive, a little dipsy doodle. Jasmine Bell, again, the leading scorer for the Lady Panthers. Clearly their best player.
Yeah, Jasmine Bell is definitely the Panthers' best player, and she's got a ton of athleticism. You could see it on that drive right there. She really took off and exploded towards the rim. But it's tough when you're really the only player and you have so much responsibility on your hands and you don't have a great supporting cast.
Stolen by Bell. As you're talking about her, she goes to the other end, gets a steal, brings it down all the way down the floor, tries to penetrate, does a Euro step apparently, and makes it.
She's a very good player. She's got a lot of skill and a lot of strength on her too.
Abby Berkman inside with the short one, no good, but tips it back to her sister. Maddie Berkman is in.
You got to love the hustle right there by Abby. She missed a shot and immediately went right after the rebound and got it to her sister.
That was great because that ball was headed for out of bounds. She knew exactly where to go with it too. Going to have a foul apparently on the floor. It was waved off. Going to get Keely Frericks for that foul, and that's her first. Going to be Panther basketball. Score is 50-22 here, just under 6 minutes in the third period. And it's going to be a timeout on the floor by Geneseo. So Coach Hardison uses there first.
You know, I was doing a little research, obviously, you know, checking out the girls, seeing records and whatnot, and I found an article where talking about how the girls this year at their shootout, their Illinois shootout, they actually get to play the last game of the day, switching out for Rock Island and get to play North Scott this year. And that's going to be really awesome. That's a great thing for the program to be able to play the last game of the day and have all those, you know, lights on you and a bunch of different, you know, people there to watch you play.
That house gets packed on there too. It's always a fun sight. They play the defending state champions from Iowa, and that's not going to be an easy task at all. They lost a couple players, but they're still pretty formidable opponent.
Yeah, and as I'm reading right here, you know, North Scott we're looking ahead to this game, obviously, but they have a commit to University of Northern Iowa who's averaging 34 points a game and 12.5 boards. So that's talent right there for you.
That's hard to believe. Leafs, on the other hand, bring a very balanced attack. They have a lot of people who can score a lot, but they bring that balanced attack and they share the ball well. Rebound by Ludwig off the shot by UT. Ludwig down the floor to Allie Rapps. Almost falls out of bounds. Has to throw it and intercepted by UT, and they bring it back. Here come the Panthers. 5.5 minutes left to go in the third period. 28-point game. No running clock yet. That's fourth quarter stuff anyway. Maddie Berkman putting pressure out front, very close to a 3-second call. Inside, layup, Nitz rolls around good by Janaea Bell. Frericks has to run that pass down. That was a tough one. In, little step, no good. Rebound. Rapps tried to tip it out, won't go. Intercepted by the Panthers. Coast to coast. Now she kicks it back out. Was Aria Fix. And there's a nice layup.
Jasmine Bell right down the middle of the lane for an easy layup for her.
My goodness. We're going to have to pick out. Attempted layup by Allie Rapps is no good. It bounces off the board just a little too hard. Lead down to 24 at 50-26. Rebound. Cami Ludwig. Leafs slow it down a little bit here. Walks it across midcourt. Ludwig up top. Raps on the wing. Looking inside. Up top to Keely Frericks. Frericks looking inside. Not there. Ludwig. Frericks. Still looking inside. Raps. At least being very, very patient. Frericks had an open three, but didn't even look, so they must have something in mind. Oh, the left-handed layup is good by Maddie Berkman.
You know, I was waiting on that. Maddie was down there, and she was calling for the ball, and she obviously had her girl sealed on her, and they finally found her.
Crazy three ball thrown up by UT. Rebound Ludwig. Pass ahead. Oh, right through both Berkmans. Not sure which one it was intended to, but Abby pulled her hands down. Maddie couldn't get to it.
You know, one of the main problems that I've seen, at least for UT, is that there's just not a lot of movement off the ball. You know, whoever grabs, and it's a lot of staring if you don't have the ball in your hands, and that's why you see them jacking up the threes or getting turnovers because nobody's really moving.
Leafs, on the other hand, very active. Probably their biggest turnover accountability in this game is possibly overthrowing on trying to be aggressive on the transition. But, you know, you're going to get so many transition baskets, those things don't kill you. You just live with them. Thought we had a step back three, but no, a penetration, a little duck under, but nothing. No, nothing going. Ludwig with the rebound, kicks it down to Maddie Berkman. Oh, tries to get it to Raps, overthrows her, and we're going to get a tipped ball. That's why it went over Raps' head. It was tipped. Danielle Beach is back in the game, as is Faith Henderson. Faith Henderson tries to get the shot up. Rebounded by Ludwig. Sheer shot no good. Ludwig again good. Raps got a nice save.
What you like to see there is even if the Lady Leafs are up by this much, you still see a lot of activity trying to go after offensive boards, getting after loose balls and everything, and you like to see that even when you have such a big lead like this.
The ball was going out of bounds. Raps saved it to Ludwig for the basket. Here comes Raps, coast to coast. Oh, he dribbles off the heel of the UT player, but gets it back and makes the layup for two.
Came right back to her there, and Allie Raps has 10 in the game right now, or excuse me, 11 in the game.
We're sitting at 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the third, and the 30-point lead for the Leafs is 56-26.
A lot of movement still by the Leafs, obviously, and you see right there, it's just another example of the Panthers. Nobody's moving for the ball, so the player was forced to pick up her dribble and turnover.
Raps misfires on a three ball, and here comes. Whoa, no layup, no good by Bell. But Bell comes out of there with the ball again, dribbles out to the three-point line, kicks it out up top. That's Morgan up top. Bell kicks it back out to her. Geneseo Bell. Here comes Raps. They're not going to call a foul on that, but so they're just going to give it knocked out of bounds by UT, and they're going to give the ball to Geneseo. Maddie Berkman checks out. Annie Worth checks in.
Lots of contact right there, obviously, but another Allie Raps steal. She's been very aggressive trying to go after the ball. I think she's got 3 or 4 steals this afternoon.
Lady Leafs have not seen a huge team, not really, really big team. They played Dixon in their own tournament, which is pretty tall team, but all the Lady Leafs parts are pretty much interchangeable. They don't have that just big statue in the middle.
And
but
that's
everybody, you know, when Annie Worth comes in for a guard, you know the parts are interchangeable.
Yeah, and you know that's kind of the way basketball is going nowadays. You know, a lot of interchangeable parts. You don't necessarily have that, you know, big player you can just dump it down inside to. It's a lot of interchangeable parts with a lot more players on the wings.
Shot by Williams was no good. Rebound, double. Got that thing twice, and that one is Diaso Adamu. Beach looks inside. Faith Henderson kicks it back out to Ludwig. Ludwig with the long 2 ball is no good. Going to be out of bounds. It's going to go to UT.
Faith could have just drop-stepped right there when she got the ball and would have had an easy layup instead of dribbling right towards the middle. If she would have done that, she would have had 2 points on the board.
She made the fatal mistake of thinking. Can't think about it. You got to react, got to go. Jasmine Bell brings it across midcourt. Oh, long pass. Tried to get the interception. It was Cammie Ludwig, but she's going to get a foul instead. That was Jade Hunter that wrestled it away from her, and we sit here with 2 fouls on East Moline, 3 on the Lady Leafs. Oh, Bell dribbles out of bounds, trying to get a little fancy.
Yeah, that's just one of those things where, you know, Bell, she knows she has to do a lot, and she's trying to do too much, and then eventually just lost the ball out of bounds. She's played really hard today, though, for the Panthers.
Ludwig cross midcourt. Danielle Beach playing up top, cuts down low. Lady Leafs with 2 sophomores, 2 freshmen in the lineup right now, and 1 junior. That might be a young lineup. Beach underneath. Shot is good and 1.
And that's what you love about Danielle Beach right here. She's a young player, but she's able to obviously cut inside, grab the ball, corral it, and get easy layups with that. But she can also, like we said a lot today, she's able to step outside and take, you know, a mid-range shot or a 3-pointer. So she's got a lot working for her, and she's only going to get better as she gets older.
Free throw is good. Complete the 3-point play. Absolutely, I agree 100%. And she knew exactly what to do when she received that ball at the block. Drop, step, and bang. Put it home with the foul. 39-28. 17 seconds left to go in the period. Uh-oh. Not sure what we got here.
Stop and play by the officials. And
yeah, I don't know if he saw blood or what, but he didn't take anybody out of the game. Yeah, whatever it is, it's over. Nobody did anything. So clock ticking down here, 13 seconds, 10 seconds. Oh, Annie Worth comes up and ties her up. Ties up Jasmine Bell right out there on the 3-point line. She wasn't expecting that.
Great hands right there by Annie Worth, just ready to grab the ball when the ball got a little loose.
Jasmine Bell didn't think she could do it, and Annie Worth didn't know she wasn't supposed to. 59-28, 31-point lead, 8.8 seconds. It's on the ground. Brought up. Oh, with the clock ticking down. It's a 2-point basket under the basket. I missed who it was. It might have been Geneseo Bell.
That was Jade Hunter.
Jade Hunter, take it back. We're going to call that the end of the third quarter with the Lady Leafs leading 29-30. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back.
This TV50 broadcast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Jolene Barnes of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Communications, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Borac Pharmacy, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank, Pink's Paint and Body, Edwards Ready Mix. Please thank our sponsors for their support of this TV50 broadcast.
And welcome back to the final period here at Lady Leaf Arena. We have a score of 59-30 in favor of the Lady Leafs. We're 1 point away from a running clock, so if the Lady Leafs are able to score here, the clock's going to run, and it's fourth period is going to be just a little bit shortened with that running clock. Lady Leafs completely control this contest. Allie Mackey tries to inball the ball to Beach, but it goes through her hands, goes out of bounds. UT comes down the floor and almost does the same thing. East Moline being patient with their offense. Stolen by Worth. This is going to do it. Layup is good. Got 61-30. There's your 30-point lead in the fourth period. That's going to make a running clock.
Great read there by Annieworth. That's sometimes, why coaches don't really like to skip pass, because it's easy for defenders to pick that off, and right there was a prime example of that.
When you have athleticism of Annieworth, it's just not that difficult. Three-point basket by the Panthers. Two-point basket missed by Beach. Rebound wraps inside to Faith Henderson. We're going to get a foul whistle on Lady Leafs.
Looks like Annieworth got called for trying to be a little too aggressive there on that rebound, I guess.
Annieworth's looking around like, what did I do? Allie Raps checks out, gets a breather. Nice little give and go under the basket. Jasmine Bell with two. 61-35. UT with quick 5 points here. Allie Mackey trying to get inside. Intercepted by Bell. She intends to go the length. Nice little step, move, and she's going to be fouled. Going to shoot a pair.
She's done very well doing that. Almost kind of a little bit of Euro step, but it's a couple of, almost like a hop step, almost kind of in the way as she heads in the lane. She's done that very well today. And she's got 19 points, possibly going to add a little bit more to her total here.
First one no good by Bell. Brenna McGuire checks in for Faith Henderson. 5:43. Clock ticking away here. The running clock runs through free throws.
That's a good thing to see.
Makes this thing go quick. Worth inbounds to Beach. Beach brings it down. The freshman on the floor. 3 juniors, 2 freshmen on the floor. Beach to the corner. McGuire, shot fake. Gets it taken away by Bell. Jasmine Bell looking down the floor. Nice pass. Good, basket good by Jade Hunter, and she's going to get an and one.
Good little move right there. Good find by Bell, and Hunter was able to corral the pass and put it up and get hit, and is now at the line shooting the and one.
UT on an 8-point run here, trying to stretch it to 9-point run after the Lady Leafs extended the lead to 31 points, got the clock running. Free throw no good. Rebound Worth. Worth kicks it out to Beach. Beach cross midcourt to Allie Mackey. Allie Mackey passes on her shot. Beach shoots a 3, in and out. Mackey with the rebound, she's fouled. Gonna be a shooting foul, huh?
Yes, great anticipation right there by Allie Mackey, and she gave it up, gave it to Beach, who took the 3, but she immediately crashed the boards and got the offensive rebound, is at the line now.
Allie Mackey playing well. Lily Weiss in the ball game playing well. Jordan Porter has just thrown her jersey, and she's going to be the 12th player to reach the floor. So the entire Lady Leaf bench has been in the game. We're 4 minutes into the game, and Jordan Porter, who had a great sophomore game, gets some minutes here in the fourth period for the varsity.
It's always a good thing when you can get everybody on your bench into the game and get some experience.
Well, you got 3 great sophomores here and 2 great freshmen in this group of 12, and the future looks bright for the Lady Leafs. Beach down to Porter. Porter with the basket.
Right in off the bench. Gets it.
Took a long time to get that score.
That's exactly right.
Just announce her name and bingo. Announce it again with 2 points. 65-38 in favor of the Leafs. 3.5 minutes left to go in the game with a running clock. Panthers patient around the top. Now the Panthers gave Moline a scare here on Thursday night. Actually led by 6 at half, I understood. End up losing by 9 after a couple players fouled out, including Jasmine Bell, as I understand it. And I believe it was Jade Hunter fouled out and kind of helped the Moline cause.
Well, that's what's really fun about this conference is that you're going to be, in a dogfight every single night almost. You can't, back off of your competition, whether they have a good record or they're not. It's just the way the conference is. Everybody's going to play hard and compete until the very end. Missed layup there, and another miss.
Brenna McGuire with the rebound, just couldn't get it in. She got a little tucked under the basket too much. Lily Weiss on the floor. Going to call it a jump ball. Possession is going to the Panthers of UT. Clock running here. Counting down on 2 minutes left to go in the game. It's Lady Leaf 65, UT 38. Lady Leaf's hitting on all cylinders. You know, they obviously when you play a fast-paced game, you're going to have a couple errors, but they play pretty well.
Yeah, definitely. You know, obviously a couple of passes when they were trying to move the ball up, they've thrown away and they've been turnovers, but you know, you're going to get that when you're trying to move up the floor quickly and trying to get transition buckets, but it's been very good. They've gotten those transition buckets and they've been able to really push the ball up the floor.
We got Dick Anderson listening here out in Arizona, by the way. I better put a little quick plug in. He was wondering how we keep score here with this lopsided game, but Dick, it's for real. We're pushing it up and down the floor and we're making baskets. Jordan Porter at the top of the key. Skip pass to Faith Henderson, no good. Rebound, Allie Mackey kicks it back out to Lily Weiss inside. Henderson again. Brenna McGuire was looking for it. Mackey spots up. She's going to get fouled in the act.
I just like the ball movement right there. The ball movement was really good, inside and out type of shots, and then feeding it back inside to Mackey, who got fouled.
That was great ball movement. We may not have a lot of action left here because shooting free throws with the clock running. The first one is good by Mackey. We're down in the 45-second range here, so it's going to be just a little bit of basketball left. Allie Mackey with the second one, no good. McGuire with the rebound. And she's fouled. That's going to pretty well do it, I think. Whether she makes them or doesn't make them, Lady Leafs are going to walk out of here feeling pretty good.
And we talked about, you know, UT scaring Moline, and their next game for our Lady Leafs is going to be at Moline, so it'll be a good test there to see how we compare as they're going to move to 5-0 in Western Big Six Conference competition.
Free throw by McGuire is good. Second one, no good. Rebound by McGuire, didn't box the shooter. Tipped out of bounds by UT, clock's running. I have a feeling that we will not get a shot off. Jordan Porter up to a Lily Weiss, and she's going to eat it. Kaysen, it's good being back here. What do you got for the Lady Leafs action?
Well, obviously, you know, on 12-19, so we'll see. Lady Leafs will be heading to Moline to take on the Maroons, and then obviously that'll start a little break before the Christmas holiday, and then the State Farm tournament is going to be making an appearance where great competition obviously is going to be there. So that's going to be a point where we're really going to get to see what this Lady Leafs team is made of and how good they really are.
Great working with you on this day, Kaysen. Keith Kennedy on the camera as always. We've had a great game. We're going to wrap it up here today with the final Lady Leafs 67. And it went away.
And they turned it off on
UT Panthers, I'm going to say 38.
Yeah.
I believe it was a 29-point victory, and we appreciate you listening to us. I hope you come back next time. Good night.